Hey, what is happening? My fearless networking friend, Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. So this past week, this conversation came up around lead generation and who to talk to in network marketing, what methodologies work, what's better than something else. And a very pointed question came to me, which was, okay, look, I'm working leads and I've been doing so for about a month, not getting results really yet. Do leads even work? I want to share that with you because I do think that there is a place in network marketing for business opportunity leads. Now let's define what is a lead. A lead could be anybody, honestly. It could be somebody that responds to a Facebook post or to an Instagram image that you put up, or an article that you put on LinkedIn, or a YouTube video that you put up, or a friend that expressed that they had back pain and you have a product that helps with back pain, for example. A lead could be something that is literally a lead that's generated through a process of either you doing your own advertising campaigns and running ads online or offline, whether it's on Facebook or Google or YouTube or in the newspaper or in a magazine, for example, and you're specifically running ads to generate leads of people that are interested in your products, services, or your business. And it could also come in the form of a lead that is purchased by you from a lead generation company. And look, just to give you a little perspective, if you're newer to me, I have been involved in the network marketing profession for now, I think at the end of this year, it'll be 35 years. So long time. Within probably 90 days of starting my business, and I started the way, we call it old school, call it whatever you want. I wrote down a list of people, pulled out my memory jogger, started writing down names, and began picking up the phone to talk to those people and introduce them to this new business endeavor that I was involved in. Very quickly, I had to move into cold market recruiting. I had to, within the first 90 days, I started marketing to people that I didn't know. Now, the place that I began initially was running ads in newspapers in Southern California and Orange County. And we would run business opportunity type ads. They would call. I would invite them into what we called a business briefing at the time, and they would come see a business overview, a live business overview at one of our offices. I got into the lead generation game and writing ad copy and doing that whole thing very early in my network marketing career. And of course, this is pre-internet, this is pre-cell phone, this is pretty much everything in terms of tech that we have available today. In 1995, I got involved in a lead generation company. It was actually a network marketing lead generation company, meaning it was a network marketing company itself that generated leads of people that were looking for business opportunities. I spent about 11 years of that period of time in my life working primarily leads to grow my business. In fact, it was interesting. I was at the ANMP a couple of weeks ago, and I bumped into my friend Cam, who we started laughing because he was in my organization in that company, and he's like, "Bro, I was a lead." So here's this guy who now owns and runs a network marketing company, but he's the result of a lead. There's one case in point where, yeah, leads do work. This guy's 25, almost 30 years later, deeply involved in the network marketing space. And even myself, I'm the result of a cold call. So I literally got a phone call. I don't share this all the time because it's not necessary, but the way I got introduced to network marketing was a guy found me on a list of graduates at Long Beach State coming out of the marketing department. He literally looked my name up in the white pages, and he called me and he used a script. "Hi, my name is Jim. I'm calling you from Orange County Marketing. We're a marketing company. We're looking for people that can train and manage others in the expansion of our company, and we'd love to talk to you." And that's literally word for word what this guy said to me almost 35 years ago. Look, there's no question that leads work, and really, we could almost define anybody essentially as a lead, but when we're referring to leads, it's somebody that has requested information. They've reached out, they've made a phone call, they've opted into something, they have messaged you in your inbox and said, "I want more information." So these are people that have basically raised their hand, right? That's really what, if we really want to define what a lead is. So now, here's the thing, with all this social media stuff and all the things that are available, do leads even play a role in network marketing today? And I think that they do. Would it be my number one method of growing my business, buying leads from a lead generation company? I don't think it would be my number one method, but look, here's the deal. If you're going to go between, I'm going to run ads on Google or whatever you're going to run your ads on, or I'm going to buy leads, I think you're probably better off purchasing business opportunity seeker leads from a legitimate aggregator of leads rather than trying to do it on your own, unless you have extensive advertising experience. Because here's the thing, these guys that are generating leads, and there's only a couple lead aggregators really left in the space. Like, I'll give you two websites, leadsunlimited.com and mlmleadstore.com. Those are two companies that have been in existence for over, probably over 20 plus years. One's been around for almost 30 or maybe even longer, that still operate in the business opportunity seeker space. And when I say aggregator, these are people that actually, these companies, they're not buying leads secondhand from somewhere else. They're actually running the campaigns. They're generating the leads on their own, and then you can purchase those leads to work those leads for your business. So again, I spent really 11 years of my life building almost exclusively with leads, and I recruited probably over 1,000 people during that time frame just with leads alone. So in today's market, where do leads play a role? Here's the thing. If you are building your business, let's say you don't know very many people and you don't have a social media presence and you don't know how to advertise, that might play a role for you. If you are running out of people to talk to and you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs at your desk and you're wasting time when you could be talking to somebody and engaged in a conversation, leads would play a role. I think really a great role that leads play, not only in helping you to build your business, but also to hone in on your skills, is just that. You can use leads as training ground. So think about this for a second. I'll give you a scenario. So you have let's say you're new to network marketing, or maybe you're not new to network marketing and you're unsure of yourself and you don't have a tremendous amount of confidence in engaging people in conversation, which honestly, you need to have that. You need to be comfortable being able to pick up the phone, make a call, engage somebody in a conversation. Like, I'm talking about an actual conversation, not typing conversation, because what a lot of people do is they'll hide behind their computer screen and their keyboard and they think that they never have to engage in an actual conversation. And I've said this probably 1,000 times. The problem with that is you're not flexing that muscle, that communication muscle that is mandatory to succeed in network marketing. You can't be a computer geek behind your keyboard and just play behind your keyboard all day and build a substantial, sustainable organization in network marketing. It ain't gonna happen. It's just, there's the human element is present. It is network marketing. And network marketing is human beings sharing goods and services with other human beings, not computer screens sharing goods and services with other human beings. One thing for sure, and this is an example. So let's say you're new to, you're like, hey, I'm new. Let me back up. You're not new. You don't have the confidence yet, whether you've been in a month or 6 months or 2 years, you haven't developed that muscle. You haven't flexed that muscle yet. And so you're shying away from it. But you come in and and of course, if you're, I don't know how they're going to respond to me. What if, and your brain starts to twist all over the place. So then you don't do anything because you're looking at your names list, for example, and you're looking at the list of all these friends and family and people that you might know or people that you're connected with. But man, I just don't want to blow it. Okay, I get that. One of the things you got to understand is this is an earn while you learn business. So the cool thing is you can develop your skills through action. You can learn from experience. And that's a big part of what we do. This is not a game where you come in and you study for 5 years, you get your degree, you study under somebody for another 3 years, and then you can go practice medicine, for example. This is, you sign up and it's, I don't even know where this phrase comes, but baptism by fire. I don't even know if I like that. I don't think I like that phrase, but whatever. So you're thrown into it, and you got to figure it out as you go along. The beautiful thing about leads is not only are you talking to people that have requested information about a financial opportunity, but at the same time, so you're doing something to grow your business, but at the same time, what you're able to do is you're able to use those leads as training ground for you. And so you're not reaching out to professionals like realtors, insurance agents, higher level people, mortgage brokers, small business owners, whatever, people that, might be more intimidating for somebody that is less experienced. Like, for example, one of my very favorite, if not favorite, ways of recruiting is specifically recruiting talent, going after professional people that sell for a living, that earn their livelihood through earning commissions. They have total autonomy and control over their financial future, so they've chosen specific career paths that are production-based, like we are in network marketing, which is some of the key reasons why I really love to recruit professional people. And what you can do here is you can use the leads, right, to, like, here's the thing. Okay, I make a phone call, and I'm brand new. I'm scared to death. My mouth is all dry. My heart's pounding. I'm sweat like coming down my face. I'm freaking myself out over making a phone call, which is ridiculous if we think about it. And I call this guy John, and hello. And John answers, and I'm like, how you, hello? And I end up freaking out and hanging up on John. It was clearly not a good call. But then, 5 minutes later, this guy's walking his dog down the street in front of my house, and we wave at each other. And if that was John that was walking by, this will probably never happen. But if that was the prospect that I totally blew it with, he would never know. It's like, this is a complete stranger. So because it's a complete stranger that doesn't know anything about you, doesn't know who you are, doesn't know anything about your history, they know nothing about you, it's a free territory for you to just own. It doesn't even matter. It's like, this is a person across the country. This is a person in a town that I've never heard of. Beautiful. I can go in there. I can hone in on my skills. I can develop my craft. Of course, I'm building my business while I'm going about doing it. And what it does is it puts you in the position of having these human interactions, these conversations with people, but they're complete and total strangers. So it's not your best buddy and you're like bumbling with your words with your best friend or the guy down the street that you want to share your business with that owns 3 different businesses and has got the biggest house on the block, and you want to talk to him but you're intimidated by it. You can use leads to generate the skill set, and I think it's probably the single best training ground to build your skill sets when it comes to communicating with human beings about financial opportunities. So there is no better place to get in, to get your feet wet, to talk to people and actually have these conversations and have these curveballs thrown at you and be able to respond to those questions and be able to get your feet solid on the ground so that now you can go talk to a higher caliber of person. Now, even as I say that, I'm not saying that there are no high caliber people that are on these leads lists. There most certainly are. But the thing that you have to understand, and this is why I prefer to work a higher level pool of people, is when you go, let's take 100 leads, okay? Out of 100 leads, you're probably going to have, honestly, 80 of the people that you wouldn't even want in your business anyhow. Wouldn't that be cool if they just gave you the 20 instead? But we don't really know. People respond to stuff all the time. And by the way, you can be a really good copywriter. You can be great at headlines and the actual copy and the call to action that you have in whatever ad that you're running. And you could even say in the ad, must have high-level communication skills, must love selling, must be completely independent and self-motivated, or all these things that you're looking for. Do not respond to this ad if you are broke. If you have no money to start a business, do not respond to this ad. And I actually ran a full-page ad, and I'm not going to read all the copy because I don't even have the ad anymore, but I did this ad. And I was very specific in terms of who I wanted and who should not respond to that ad. And I'm investing my own money to generate the leads, which is a higher cost than if you were to purchase leads from a lead generation company. And I had literally probably 80% of the people that responded were the wrong people. So there's people that will always respond to stuff, whether it's ads that you run or you're purchasing from a lead gen company. But the thing about the lead gen company, your cost per acquisition, your cost per lead is going to be way lower than if you were to do this through your own ad campaigns. Again, unless you're incredibly skilled at looking at metrics and copy and all the other things that are part of running a solid ad campaign. So the beautiful thing is, first of all, let me just say this. Yes, leads work, okay? Leads do work. They are a great training ground. You can absolutely recruit people. In fact, I have a very good friend of mine who's one of the top network marketers in the world, who's been with the same company for as long as I've known him, probably 30 years, and he still works business opportunity leads. Here's a guy that's high level, that's made $30-40 million in network marketing, and he still works leads. If a guy like that is continuing to work leads 30 plus years into his career with the career earnings that he's had, that should be enough to help you realize, yeah, leads do work. Now, it's totally up to you to make your decision. Do I want to incorporate leads into my game plan? That's your deal, right? And honestly, everything that we do, doesn't matter what you do, whether it's I'm doing stuff on Facebook, I'm doing things on Instagram, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got a blog, I'm going to business networking functions, I'm recruiting professionals like I teach, whatever it is, everything that we do is a sorting and sifting game. And the other thing is, it doesn't matter how skilled you are. No matter, you could be the richest, most skillful, charismatic person on the planet, and not everyone is going to join you. It just doesn't work that way. So look, again, the question came up in my A team this last week, and I wanted to answer that question and elaborate a little bit. Do leads work? Yes, they do. Business opportunity leads absolutely do work. You have to go into those experiences with an understanding that, look, I would say expectations is a better word. Going in with these overly high expectations, I actually did it myself. I was with this company way back in the day called the Co-op Lead Network. It was the first time I purchased business opportunity leads. And I thought, man, all these people request information about making money from home. I got 100 leads this month. I'm going to sponsor 70 of them. I don't know where my brain was. It wasn't in my head at the time. Or maybe it was, and I just didn't know. And then I came to the quick conclusion that, oh wow, you have to sort and sift through these people. These are, just because they request information about making money from home does not mean that they're the qualified person that you want to put into your business. So, some food for thought for the day. Leads do work, and I'd say most importantly, if you are in a position where you want to really hone in on your skill sets, then you should absolutely consider leads, because it is the best training ground, because they're people that they're complete strangers, yet they've requested information about making money from home. Anyhow, those are my words for the day. I hope you guys are doing great. And if you're on my YouTube channel, appreciate you guys, and my podcast folks as well. If you're listening to me on audio, thank you so much. All the details on this episode and others are right here at toddfalcone.com/episode 234. That's TODDFALCONE.com/episode 234. We'll see you next time.